Alright, what's up guys? This is Snap from the 3 Cereal Treats, and today I'm going to talk to you about what is on a Yu-Gi-Oh card and what you might expect to see from different types of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Um, so let's start. I'm going to try and make this video very short and quick because the basis of the series is that they're going to be short and quick and teach you the basics very quickly, and later in the series I'll get more in depth. But let's go ahead and start talking about Yu-Gi-Oh card. So if you have one in front of you, good. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Pull one up online somewhere. So right here I'm looking at a Yu-Gi-Oh card. At the very top, it has the name of the card and what it's called. At the top right hand corner it has an attribute, and that's what it's called, is called an attribute. There are 6 different attributes. Your basic fire, earth, water, and air, or wind, as they call it. And there's also light and dark. Pretty basic. It'll usually say it in English if you have an English version of the card on top of the attribute, so no need to worry about that. And right under the attribute you have little stars and circles, and what that means is its level. Usually the higher the level, the stronger the card is. You'll see those on pretty much every card except for a monster card. Right now we're just talking about your basic monster card. Anything, if there's 4 stars, it means it's level 4. If it's 3 stars, it's a level 3. With a level 4 monster, a level 4 or lower monster, you can go ahead and what they call a normal summon it without having a tribute, or it's not a special summon, it's a normal summon. You can just lay it and you can set it or summon it in attack position. The 2 things you can't do is you can't set it in attack position, and you cannot play it right off the bat in face-up defense, unless otherwise noted by the card in the description, which we'll get to later. And then right under that, you'll have your giant, very well-drawn art of the Yu-Gi-Oh card itself. Very cool to look at. If the letters on top, the name of it, if it's shiny, that is rare. If the photo or art is shiny, that is what I think is called ultra rare. Usually the letters will also be shiny if the art is shiny too. If they're both gold, if the letters are gold and it's shiny, then I think it's super rare. I may be getting these mixed up, but and if it's holographic, the entire card will be shiny. That's a little extra information you might want to know. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. It does look pretty cool. Usually the value of these cards are a little bit higher, but it depends on your card. If you just have a basic card, it's not going to change the value too much. And then right under that you'll have your description of the card and the type. I will be putting up some pictures of what some cards look like, and all the types that I can think of, and you can look at those. I can't remember how many there are. There's somewhere around 30 or so different types, I think. The one I'm currently looking at is a winged beast. There are many different kinds of types of cards that have their own advantages and disadvantages, like I said in the previous video. Then under that you have your attack and you have your defense. One thing that most new Yu-Gi-Oh players don't really understand is that when a card is vertical, it's an attack position, meaning you're looking at it and you're reading it and you can read it clearly. I don't know how else to explain it. It's vertical. It's long ways up. It's in portrait. And then whenever a card attacks that, you will be looking at the attack stat. Now when the card is horizontal or sideways, then you will look at the defense stat. It cannot attack in defense mode, and whenever a monster attacks a monster in defense mode, you will look at that number. And then, okay, let's get into what kinds of cards there are. There are normal cards. They are a little bit yellowish brown. And then if the card has an effect, it'll say so right beside the type. It'll be a little bit orangish brown. Those are your 2 basic type of cards. You have then your fusion cards, which are purple. They may take polymerization to fuse 2 cards together to summon a card like that, which goes in your extra deck. You have your ritual cards, which requires a ritual spell card to summon. It'll be blue. Synchro cards are white, and Xyz cards, I will talk about those in a later video. More detailed, are black with a starry background. One of the coolest looking cards. And the 3 god cards are, well, you'll find them in their own color, but that's pretty much every kind of monster card that I can think of right now. Other than that, you have your spell card. Spell cards, let me look at one really quick. With the spell card, it'll say spell under the title, just like any other card, and it'll have a spell attribute. Same thing goes with trap. It'll say trap card, and it'll have a spell attribute. Now, with spell and trap cards, yes, they do have their description. They have their art, just like monster cards do. They don't have an attack and defense, obviously. But there may be a symbol beside the spell card. There are as follows. There's a I'll also be putting pictures of this up too. There are field spell cards. There are quick play spell cards, equip spell cards. I forget the name of it, but it deals with a chain, so kind of like a chain spell card. I'll fix that and I'll put it in the description or in the video. And what else? I know I'm leaving out a couple. There's your ritual spell cards and your unlimited, meaning when you play, it'll have like an infinity symbol, meaning when you play it, it'll be on the field forever until otherwise noted that it needs to be destroyed, or it will give you a choice, depends on the card. And now with trap cards, there's only 3 or 4 different kinds. There's all your unlimited, meaning it lasts forever. Same goes for spell. Spell cards are green, by the way. Trap cards are purplish pink, I guess I'd say. You have your, I think it's called a reverse, is the word I was looking for, which I'll explain that in another video. And you have your quick play trap cards, which I think. Don't get me wrong on that. I will look it up and let you guys know, or I'll have a picture and fix myself. But that's pretty much the basics of the cards. That's pretty much it. Besides, I mean, that's as detailed as I really can go right now for the basics. That's pretty much everything. If you know that, then you're on your way to becoming the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist in the world. Alright, I hope you enjoyed listening to me and watching the video. I will see you guys next time.